Good morning, Mr. Nickel.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Which matter are you waiting on?
I was notified by Ms. Donnelly that the court had set a sentencing hearing for Ms. Burt this morning, so I logged in to see if she appeared.
Oh, no, we didn't expect her to appear. She's already in warrant status on something else. Yeah, she's been in warrant status on another file as well, so.
Okay.
We actually did not expect her to appear, but we'll issue a bench warrant.
Thank you, Your Honor.
on this file.
Although I would note it appears from the court file that she did not get the notice for this hearing. Looks like it was returned.
She was. She was arraigned on the other file, and I told her that she needed to turn herself in on that warrant and that her hearing would be, or her sentencing will be on today's date.
Oh, okay.
So I told her that back on August 19th.
All right, I guess I was not aware she had actually been arraigned on that other file. Thank you, Your Honor.
No, I don't know that she's been arraigned on it. My note was that it was to be reset until after she's arraigned, and I put the file number. But I advised her of her new date because she appeared on the date she was supposed to be sentenced. So I told her I was resetting it until after she was arraigned on the other matter. And then ordered her to turn herself in on the warrant.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. I will log off and see if I can get in contact with her.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Donnelly, you're representing Ms. Warren. Who, Ms. Donnelly? Can you hear me, Ms. Donnelly? So, and you all just left it like there, you didn't tell her, hey, something's going on with your audio. Ms. Warren, can you hear me? Okay, we need to we're gonna send your attorney a message because she can't hear us.
Sorry, Your Honor. I think my speakers were different. I couldn't hear anything from the court.
Oh, no problem. Okay. Did you need to speak to your client at all?
No, Your Honor, I'm good to go.
Okay, we're on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Alicia Marie Warren. This is file number 22-00132. That's counsel appearance.
Thank you, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant, Alicia Warren, who is appearing separately by Zoom.
Just a moment. Nick, I'm gonna email you an updated advice if I don't know if I forwarded it to you, but it's been changed for probation. Watching. Okay, I have a pre-sentence report here in the file dated for August 2nd, 2022. Did you get a copy of that, Ms. Donnelly?
I have, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. And do we need to make corrections, updates, or deletions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you can address the court for sentencing.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Warren, in regards to the recommendations, in regards to restitution for the one victim that the charge was dismissed against. Underneath Michigan law, I don't believe that they are entitled to restitution when there was no conviction on that, unfortunately. So on that front, we would be objecting to any restitution hearing for the second complaining witness in this case where the charge was dismissed. In regards to the recommendations, we have no objections to the recommendations, only that while we do recognize, and I think Ms. Warren recognizes that she needs to make some changes and so that she can handle stressful situations. I believe that she is appropriately being served she has a CPS supervision. In this case, she has been attending domestic violence classes at or a program at Cristo Rey. It's a 10-week program, though she has found a great benefit to it. So she might commit herself to even longer and just keep going. She also is attending parenting classes on Mondays. And I believe that she's also being set up for additional counseling. What is it, through like community mental health, Ms. Warren?
Yes.
Yeah. What Ms. Warren pled, the part of the plea agreement was that she would, the conditions would be mirror the CPS conditions, basically just continue to comply with your CPS conditions as an order of her probation. So with that, we had no objection as Ms. Warren accepted that, and we would ask the court to follow that agreement. Otherwise, Your Honor, Ms. Warren, she is a mother. She's expecting her second child here any day now. She works 2 jobs. I believe that it is appropriate to put her on a term of probation and have her comply with her CPS conditions. They have are a lot more involved in the family on a day-to-day basis. So I believe that their judgment is appropriate. And with that, Your Honor, again, we would just be requesting that the court put her on a term of probation and give her underneath the 7694A status. Thank you.
Thank you. And did Ms. Warren want an opportunity to address the court herself?
Sorry, I wasn't really expecting to speak.
You don't have to if you don't have
no.
to if you don't want to, Ms. Warren.
No, all I really have to say is that I'm happy to take responsibility for my actions. It's been a really rough year going through a divorce against a man who's been very emotionally and financially abusive. Unfortunately, I did just kind of lose it one day. I'm normally a very calm and forgiving and sweet person. And one day I just didn't have control. And that's why I'm doing a lot better with anger management and keeping control of my emotions. And it's been a very eye-opening, I guess, experience for me. And I want nothing more than to just get my life back on track and my son to have a good life.
Thank you for that. I've had an opportunity to review the pre-sentence report as well as the recommendation from probation. It sounds like the body or the essence of the body of the report mirrors the sentiment you just addressed about being in a stressful situation that you categorized as being abusive, both emotionally and financially. Having young children involved, I'm sure only could heighten the tensions and concerns in the household. And so I think that you have been on the right track I think you're on the right track now. I can't say that you've been on the right track since this incident, but it sounds like you are on the right track now, receiving the support that you need, putting yourself in a better environment for you and your children was the first step, I'm sure. And so I think that a term of probation under 769.4A is appropriate. And it sounds like because the CPS is involved and has already arranged services, it looks like there's not too much more that the court would need to do. But in order to allow you to avail yourself of the special status, it requires you do a term of probation. And so for that, I am going to adopt the recommendation. I'm going to sentence you to a term of 12 months probation. While on probation, you need to remain compliant with all the CPS requirements in their order. Do you understand that?
Yes.
We're going to continue the no contact order with Forrest Warren, except as otherwise allowed through the family court, okay?
Okay.
You said that you're already participating in anger management?
Yes.
Okay, you need to continue your participation in anger management and provide proof of that to probation.
Okay.
And let's see, you're going to participate in any additional programming as recommended by the probation department. While on probation, you're not to engage in any assaultive or threatening behavior. You're not to purchase or possess a firearm or ammunition or weapon of any kind. You're not to use or possess alcohol, marijuana, or controlled substance without a valid prescription. You're not to be at any bars or any nightclubs. And then I am going to order for the recommendation that you complete MRT, moral reclamation therapy. Do you have any questions about your probation at this time?
No.
Okay, and Ms. Donnelly did address something about restitution. I know nothing of any restitution, none was ever sought on my record, so that's not an issue, and we don't have a restitution hearing set, I don't believe, on this matter. So there won't be any restitution ordered. As to fines and costs, there's a $30 per month oversight fee for probation that you would be responsible for. So you'll be assessed $360 for 12 months of probation. There's a $75 crime victim rights fee that you'll be responsible for statute, as well as a $50 state minimum cost also that must be assessed per statute. I'm going to waive all discretionary fines. So your total will come to $485. I am not going to order that you submit to random PBTs in your analysis at this time. A, because you're pregnant, so I don't think that's an issue. And I don't think that was an underlying issue as part of the offense. Now, if for some reason probation or CPS believes that it's necessary, then I'll amend the order at that time. Okay, do you have any questions about your fines and costs or probation at this time, ma'am?
No, other than, will I get like an email or information about, I guess, all of this where I'll have to go to pay?
Absolutely. So probation department will contact you to go over my order because you'll have to review it and sign it and get it
Okay.
back to the court. So yes, someone will go over that order with you. Lastly, though, I do have an advice of rights, and it advises you about your rights to early discharge from probation. So it says you have been sentenced to a term of probation in the 54A District Court. The probation conditions have been individually tailored and are specific to address your assessed risks and needs. Except for domestic violence, criminal sex crime, and stalking offenses, or an offense where the defense of guilty but mentally ill was asserted, you may be eligible for early discharge from probation. You have the following rights. You have the right to request early discharge from probation once you have completed half of the original probation term ordered by the judge. Your probation officer may, but is not required to, file a notice with the judge once you become eligible for early discharge. The probation officer must send to you and to the prosecuting attorney a copy of the notice. The prosecuting attorney has 14 days after receipt of the notice to file written objections to early discharge. You may request an early discharge from probation after meeting the following conditions. You have completed all required probation programming and you have not violated probation in the last 3 months. That is the 3 months preceding your request. You must send a copy of your request to the probation officer and the prosecuting attorney. The prosecuting attorney has 14 days after receipt of the notice to file written objections to early discharge. If a hearing is scheduled, you have the right to hire or retain an attorney to represent you. You do not have the right to court-appointed counsel if you require a hearing for your request for early discharge. You may make your request for early discharge by completing a notice regarding eligibility for early discharge from probation, which is also called the MC 512 form, and that form is located on the court's website. You understand your rights as to requesting early probation discharge?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so just in brief layman's terms, you have been ordered for 12 months and 6 months in if you've completed all your requirements without any violations. Either you or your probation officer can make a request. If your probation officer doesn't do it, you feel free to make your own request. And I have not held any hearings on those so far. I've granted them without hearing. I've not had a reason to have a hearing at this point. So those are your rights. I'll note here that that was read to you on the record. Unless you have any questions for the court today, you would be all set, and then someone from probation will be in contact with you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. You're all set.
Your Honor, I did have one more thing for the record.
Yes.
So again, as stated before, it's my understanding that her plea agreement was that she would comply with the CPS conditions. I believe that, so I've advised her that ordering additionally, like with probation recommended with the moral recognition therapy, would be an additional therapy that is not under her CPS orders and therefore was not a part of the plea. So I've advised her that if that were to be ordered, she did have a right to withdraw her plea. So I'm right now, because I don't have.
Let me jump in here. The plea I have is in writing. It says, plea one count, no objection to sentencing under MCL 769.4A, dismiss count 2, Killaboo North Front Jail, and continue to comply with all CPS and family court orders and services. Says nothing about the court will not order any additional services or that her probation would simply mirror CPS. That's not what was provided to the court.
All right, Your Honor. Thank you.
That's signed by both you and Miss Lacy.
Yes, that it was my understanding that that would be the agreement, but you know, that was my understanding of the agreement, and I believe that's what I had with Mr. Martin, but
Miss Lacy was the one who.
or Mr. I'm sorry, yeah, Miss Lacy. I thought that was.
And, yeah, that was not communicated to the court, and so she would not have a right to withdraw her plea because that was not the plea agreement that was placed on the record.
I understand, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Any additional matters for the record?
That is it.
You're all set, Ms. Warren.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Same to you.
We just joined on the iPhone.
Haley Martin.
Miss Martin, are you laying down?
No, I'm up awake.
Do you know that the court can see you?
Yes.
We just joined on the phone number ending in 8850.
What's that?
What's your name?
Cody Thomas Sheldon.
Mr. Sheldon, you need to appear with video or in person, sir.
My video won't work.
Then you're going to have to appear in person. The judge has to be able to see you.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Person identified as Faith Simonson. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Which matter are you here for, ma'am?
I am here for the matter of April Reed. I am her guardian. I work with Mid-Michigan Guardianship Services.
Just gonna put you back in the waiting room for the time being, okay?
Yes.
morning. Person identified as Giselle Wilson.
Good morning. It's Giselle Wilson. Yes.
Which matter are you here for, ma'am?
I am the home manager in a group home that April is living in right now.
Okay, thank you.
Been any efforts to remedy the situation?
Well, she doesn't, that, the Great Dane she was watching is not her, she's dog sitting, so she has her own dogs. And they don't get out.
Her dog's licensed.
That's the thing, her dogs are licensed currently in
Yeah,
Illinois,
it
but
says it on
she's,
there that she was,
But she
that's not her
needs-
dog.
yeah, but she does not have them licensed in any county yet.
People move to dismiss.
Ms. Martin,
Yes, good morning.
good morning. This matter is going to be dismissed, so you're all set.
Great, thank you so much.
Have a good one.
Have a great day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
So we're just waiting for the jail.
Yes, Your Honor, I had you have Logan to go out in the hallway, I'm gonna go. To the
Okay, sounds good. Somebody's on the phone.
It's Cody Sheldon. I told him the first time, either here in video or in person.
Hi, who's this on the phone?
Cody Sheldon.
Okay, Mr. Sheldon, you need to appear in person, okay?
All right, because they won't let me do this. I don't know why.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and reset you so you can come on a date in person, okay?
When you know when they're gonna reschedule it, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna reset it right now and tell you the date.
All right, thank you.
September 13th at 10.
September 15 at 10. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
You have a wonderful day.
Same to you.
9:13 to 10 for plea.
Yes. Who? Hi, who's just joined from the iPhone?
Hi, Ezra Nantius.
Okay, Mr. Ananchius, I'll see if your attorney needs to speak to you, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you.
Yeah, but you can leave the Red Bull out there.
Leave outside the building, they don't allow outside consumption.
Okay, we're on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Logan Charles Nabu, file number 22-00693, council appearance.
Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant, Logan Nabu, who is standing present and standing to my right.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Chris Martin on behalf of the people, I didn't recognize the name.
No problem. You're Logan Nabu? Okay, how are you?
Good.
I don't know that I've ever seen you before because you failed to appear multiple times. Looks like you failed to appear on April 19th. You failed to appear on May 10th. On June 6th, you were before the magistrate. You told her you actually forgot about it. And she issued a bond, $1,000, 10%, and said you must post it by 3 p.m. I don't know that you did that. Then there was a bench warrant, another bench warrant issued on June 21st by me for your failure to comply or appear. And it looks like you saw the magistrate again on August 16th. And you said you forgot about it. She said you need to post a $1,000 cash surety bond on August 16th by 3 p.m. Here we are today. Did you post your bond?
I did not.
Okay, well, we'll remand you to custody and then you can get it taken care of.
Gotta go to jail.
You had ample opportunity to take care of this.
I didn't have the money. They gave me until 3 o'clock and I didn't have it. I
You know
just
what?
paid my
Yeah.
mortgage
You know why there is the bond? Do you know why?
So that I'll show it to court.
Because you refuse to come to court. Exactly. And you think we want to go back and forth forever on this, and we don't.
What do I gotta do?
You gotta post your bond,
$1,000?
cash shorty.
1,000?
That was the bond that was issued on August 16th. We're almost a month later. Get a bondsman.
I'm sorry. I mean, okay.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't come to court since
I did my best.
since March. You know, your best would be coming to court when you were supposed to. We are giving opportunity for you to appear virtually.
To make sure I was here.
Virtually. You don't even have to come in the building. You could have appeared virtually from your phone.
They told me that I had to come to charge.
Well, you had to come because you failed to appear multiple times. And so a bench warrant was issued. If you had appeared maybe the 3-4 times this has been set, we wouldn't be in this place. But we have to, if you need to be babysat, we'll babysit you. Okay? Do you need to be put in the room with Mr. Nonchus? Did I say that right?
Yes, I did. Yes, I do, Your Honor.
I'm not sure if this is.
Could it be,
This is Ingham County SO South of Raymond,
Sheriff's,
but there's no video.
where's April Reed? Is she here?
If she is, I can't see anybody because the sheriff's office south of Raymond doesn't have a video.
I feel bad that we have these folks here for April Reed and.
I'm not
May I-
sure,
may I
are they
speak to
needed?
them? May I speak to them real quick?
Yes, you want to put you in a private meeting?
No, I'm not gonna say.
Oh, okay,
anything.
there, it's unmuted.
Can you folks hear me? Ms.
Miss-
Simmons and Ms. Wilson, can you hear me? Okay.
You're both muted, by the way.
What was the question?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes,
And
I
it's
can hear
Ms.
you.
Wilson. Ms. Wilson's the home manager, and then is it Simonson or Simonson?
Simmons.
Simonson, you're the legal guardian. Today, I don't know that there's going to be a lot that happens from the prosecution end. My understanding is that Ms. Donnelly, who represents Ms. Reed, is going to ask for a competency evaluation, a competency to stand trial, based on some of her mental health issues. And we expect the judge to enter that order today. So that's going to delay everything for a period of time. I would say that based upon my review of the reports, the records in this matter, we're going to focus mostly on, mental health related outcomes. If there's a way, if she is found competent to stand trial, see if there's a way we can get her some more services in addition to what you're already doing. But we can't talk about that in concrete terms until we know about the competency evaluation. So I think we're kind of in a wait and see mode right now. I understand if you want to be here for the competency hearing, but it's going to be pretty brief. So I say stand by, and then once we have a final ruling one way or another on the competency, then we can try to be creative and do some problem solving. Does that sound okay with you,
Yes.
Ms. Wilson?
Sounds good.
All right, thank you. Go through RIT.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I will send an email to them.
Okay, all right.
And do you know which printer it is?
I do.
Which one is it?
It's over by our large, it's like an M404.
And is that in the clerk's office?
It is.
Okay,
Yep.
so, okay, very good.
Okay,
All right, thank you.
you're welcome.
Okay, is anybody there from the Ingham County Sheriff's Office? Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. They've been logged in, but there's no video. I don't hear anybody. Hi, who's on the phone number ending in 4641? Hello? You just joined me on the phone. Ma'am, what's your name?
Mine, Jasmine Perkins.
Oh. Okay, you took care of Martin. I reset Sheldon. Let's see, Malik Jackson. You got some, So what? Something. I don't have the file though. Patrick Larkin. You saw that?
See here. Mr. Larkin?
I don't think so. I haven't seen the file though.
Can you hear us?
Yes,
I can't.
Okay.
Okay. This is Ms. Reed.
Should I get Sarah Donnelly?
I think she's coming back now because Mr. Notch is just reviewing this. Okay. All right, we're on the record. The matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus April Patrice Reed. File number is 22-02159 SM. Council appearance.
Chris Martin for the people.
An Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of defendant April Reed, who is appearing separately by Zoom.
Today was a date that was set for a pretrial. I do have before me a petition for referral to determine a defendant's competency to stand trial assigned by you, Ms. Donnelly. So you're making a petition before the court?
Yes, Your Honor, after speaking with the guardian and having personally talked to Ms. Reed, it was strongly indicated that we would need to file for competency. And I've also put in a request in there for criminal responsibility if that's something CFP would do.
Okay, I also have here, looks like a copy that you attached it, I believe, from the recent report from Department of Health and Human Services before Judge Greenwald. It looks like she was deemed incompetent on that one. Without a substantial probability that she would be restored to competency within the period provided by statute. Based on the circumstances, I think it's appropriate for her to undergo a competency evaluation. I don't believe there's any objection from the prosecution.
There is not, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll sign the request in order that Ms. Reed undergo an order for competency examination at the forensic center, and then there is also an order for evaluation relative to competency evaluation as well. So I will sign and date those both for today. Is she being held on something else?
She has another case out in 55th, Your Honor, yes.
Okay, so the expectation is she'll still be in custody at the time that she's evaluated?
Yes, she also has a bond, but I think it's a remand on this case.
I see where the bond was 5,000, 10%.
Okay, yeah, all right. Yes, I think it's somewhere out there too. Yeah, she'll be held.
Okay, very good. And it said that there needed to be a valid release address if she was going to be released.
Yes, we don't, at this time, I don't believe
Okay.
Ms. Simmons has a place for her.
Okay, very good. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing further for the people.
None for defense. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Reed is all set for today. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, you're all set. Although there's someone that keeps logging in. I only need. Who's on the phone ending in 4641? Hello, who's calling in from the phone?
Hello?
Yes, what's your
Hello?
name?
Antonio Urdiales.
I don't see anyone like that. Can you spell your last name?
Urdiales.
Okay, you need to come in person, okay?
I'm sorry?
You need to appear in the court in person.
Oh, they told me to do it on Zoom.
Oh, no, you can't do yours on Zoom. You gotta come in person, sir.
Okay, can I reschedule? I don't have no way to get there right now. I'm
Here all day.
disabled. I'll try to get there. If I don't make it today, can I please come in the morning?
Yeah, you can come tomorrow. We'll be here.
Okay, I'll try to come today, but I don't have a vehicle and I'm not allowed to be around my wife right now, so I gotta try to make arrangements to get down there. If I can make it today, I'll show up. If not, I'll be there tomorrow.
All
I just
right,
don't want to get in no
sounds good.
trouble. I want to take. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Nonchus, we're on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Ezra Nonchus Jr., file number 22-02168. Appearances, please.
Chris Martin for the people.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant who is appearing separately by Zoom.
Thank you. And today was the date that was set for a pretrial. My understanding is, do you want to proceed to final pretrial and jury trial? Was there an offer?
Not this time, Your Honor.
Okay.
Final pretrial will be September 20th at 8 a.m. And jury trial will be September 27th.
Final pretrial will be September 20th at 8 o'clock in the morning in person at the court. Jury trial will proceed on September 27th at 8 o'clock in person at the court. Do you have any questions today, Mr. Notches? You're muted, sir.
No, Your Honor. I'm sorry
Okay,
about that.
Oh, you're fine. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing deep.
Not for defense, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, Mr. Notches. There's somebody by the name of Victoria Martin. It's been logging in for a while. You're free to go, Mr. Notches, unless you have a question.
Okay, so I would come in downtown to the court office at 8 a.m. on September 20th.
That's correct.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
No problem. No
All right, you
problem.
guys have a good day. Thank you.
Same to you.
Yeah, okay.
We've not seen Mr. Jackson though. Oh, no, he's got a little bit of Spanish earlier. It's Perkins is here.
Yes, I'm gonna go talk to her about the offer.
Okay, what's your name, sir?
Jordan White.
Mr. White, do you have an attorney representing you?
No, I do not.
You understand that you have the right to be represented by counsel?
I do.
Okay, you want to waive that right and represent yourself? Or
Yes.
did you request court-appointed counsel?
To be honest, I'm not sure.
It says you declined court-appointed counsel.
Yep, then that's right.
Okay, and so you still wish to decline representation?
Yes.
Okay, I'll get you in a private meeting room with someone from the prosecutor's office, okay?
Thank you.
we're on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Jordan White, file number 21-02702, council appearance.
Chris Martin for the people.
And Mr. White is elected to represent himself and is proceeding without counsel today. How are we proceeding on this matter?
Your Honor, had a productive conversation with Mr. White, and he informs me that this was a new vehicle to him and that he had not yet realized the registration requirements, that as soon as this incident occurred, he took steps to get it registered. He wants to show me the proof of registration. We've agreed to set a control date 2 weeks from today for him to provide me with that information. If it all checks out, we intend to dismiss the case, and if there are any hangups, then we may pursue other options.
Okay, you understand what you need to do from here on out, Mr. White?
I do. I understand.
Okay, we'll get you a new date, but if all is clear, then this matter should be dismissed.
Sounds great.
September 28th at 10 a.m. 20th. Oh, September 20th at
20th?
10 a.m.
I
Yeah.
can, okay. Okay, am I gonna have like a Zoom ID or how does that work?
It's the same Zoom ID as today.
Okay, that sounds good then.
Okay, do you have any other questions, sir?
Nope, that's all.
Okay, you're all set. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we're on the record in the matters of the people of the state of Michigan versus Jasmine K. Perkins. I have two Jasmines back to back on the docket. File number 22-02198, file 20-03089, and file 22-02071, council appearance.
Chris Martin for the people.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant, Jasmine Perkins, who is present and standing to my right.
Thank you. And how are you, Ms. Perkins?
Good. Little nervous, but it's.
Okay.
And
You're
she's still
nervous?
recovering from the hospital.
Okay. Okay, well, you don't need to be nervous. You're here to resolve your matters. That's a good thing. And it looks like you've received an offer to plead guilty to an added count 2, attempted retail fraud. Third, with no restitution, and there's a Killebrew agreement, which is an agreement about your sentencing of no upfront jail. Is that what you remember your plea agreement to be? Is that a yes?
Yes.
You want to accept that offer?
Yes.
Okay. I have an advice of rights and fee information sheet.
It's just on 27.
Yeah, we're not domestic, the domestic violence was set for a final.
So
I
I'm
just wanna
sorry.
Make sure I'm clear here. What's going on?
So today we're resolving, I believe it's 22-2071. That's the retail fraud
Mhm.
allegation. There are some assaulted allegations that it's my understanding will be set
For final
for final
pretrial.
pretrial.
Okay, sounds good. We'll get our dates on those, okay?
Sorry for the interruption.
Oh, you're completely fine. And that's on both the domestic violence and the assault and batteries, right?
That's correct.
Okay, but as to this, you're pleading guilty to the added count 2 of retail fraud in the 3rd degree, correct?
Yes.
Okay, is that your signature, ma'am?
Yes.
Did you read this document?
Yes.
You understand the rights listed here?
Yes.
Do you have any questions about these rights?
No.
Okay, you have the right to proceed to a trial in this matter, and you have the right to have a jury trial. At the time of trial, you have the right to be presumed as innocent until proven guilty. You have the right to have the prosecution bring sufficient evidence to prove each element of the charge being brought against you, and they have to prove each element beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to question, hear, and see any witness that they call against you at the time of trial. And you have the right to call your own witnesses at trial and present evidence that you believe would further a defense. You also have a right to remain silent at trial and not have silence be used against you. You understand that?
Yes.
In order to accept this offer, you would have to give up each of those rights. Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
Anybody threatening you to get you to give up those rights?
No.
Is there any promises being made to you?
No.
You can have a seat if you wish, ma'am.
Okay.
No promises are being made to you to get you to waive your rights today?
No.
And are you pleading guilty to the charge because you believe you are guilty?
Yes.
As to the added count 2 of retail fraud in the 3rd degree, how do you plead?
Guilty.
on a factual basis.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Perkins, on May 11th of this year, 2022, were you at the Meyer on 6200 South Pennsylvania in the city of Lansing, Ingham County, state of Michigan?
Yes.
And while that Meyer was open to the public, did you try to steal property of the store that was offered for sale at a price of less than $200?
Yes.
All right, but you were stopped before you left Meyer, correct?
Yes.
And they recovered all the property?
Yes.
Oh, Your Honor, I have no further questions.
Any questions for me, Mr. Mark?
Nothing from the people.
The court is satisfied with the factual basis. I'll accept your plea. Find your plea be made freely, voluntarily, and intelligently. Any objections to your immediate sentencing?
None from the people.
No, Your Honor.
You can address the court.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Perkins is on Social Security. She also gets housing assistance, so she's on a very limited income. So we would ask that the court waive any discretionary fines and then put on a payment plan for the court costs. Thank you.
So. She never served time on this.
Your Honor, she was in custody for it's on this manner in particular. I do believe she has had PR bonds on this one.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'm just trying to understand a note here that it says defendant was in custody at 8:45 p.m. Weird note, so I didn't know if maybe there was something I missed, but nonetheless. I'll sentence you to the minimum fines, which is $75 crime victim rights and $50 state minimum costs. And then we can refer that to collections. You can make a payment plan with them about and tell them about your financial situation, okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions for the court today?
No, I do not.
Okay, any additional matters on this file? Okay, so we will set your other two files, your final pretrial and jury trial. There's no offer on those.
Your Honor, so for 2198, yes, I believe that one needs to be set for final pretrial and jury trial for 3089. Is that the other file that we have right now?
Yeah, and it looks like there's a PA 53 on
And
that.
it's my understanding that one she has already pled to, and she is set for sentencing in October. But there should be probably a TA 53 on that.
Okay, you're correct. The sentencing was. It says the sentencing in January. Did she have a new sentencing date? Because I don't think it's in here. Probably because she's been on bank warrant. So she was originally supposed to have her sentencing back in January. And I don't think we've seen her since then. So if they reset her sentencing, it wasn't put in the file.
Yeah, October 4th.
At what time?
8:30.
Okay, it looks like Mr. White, did you need something? You're muted.
Oh, yep. There. I'm sorry, I gave him my wrong email address, so I can't reach him to give him my registration.
I can just forward the email to him if he's comfortable giving it over.
You said what?
If he's comfortable giving it through the Zoom, I can just forward it to a different email address.
Okay.
Okay, do you have a messenger option on your Zoom?
No, I do not.
Okay, what's your email address, sir?
It's jcwhite501618@gmail.com. I just gave him the wrong one.
You got it? Okay, I think we got it, sir.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Okay, let's see here. Okay, it looks like the PA 53 was that she picked up a new crime. Is that what it was?
Yes.
Okay. Come and find a pretrial date on file 2198.
It will be September 20th at 8 AM. And then jury trial will be September 7th.
Okay, so your final pretrial on that matter will be September 20th at 8 AM in person at the court, okay? And
Okay.
then your jury trial will be September 27th at 8 AM in person at the court. On the other matter, you're scheduled for a sentencing October 4th at 8:30 in the morning. Did you release your officer on this?
I did.
Okay, yeah. There's no reason to move forward on the PA 53 on that one. So I'll withdraw the PA 53. And we'll see you for your sentencing. You can appear in person for your sentencing or via Zoom, however is best suitable for you, okay, ma'am?
Okay.
We'll get you a copy of your notices in just a moment. I can't remember right now. Mr. Jackson,
Yes, ma'am.
about 27 minutes late, 17 minutes after the bench warrant's been signed. Where you been?
Yes, I apologize. I'm not from the area, so I was calling 54A and 54B. Both of them said they didn't have me in the system. I was calling for the Zoom ID number. I didn't have it. I wasn't sure exactly which judge I was seeing, so I was logging in numbers, and then a woman by the name of Ashley Greer finally contacted me back with the Zoom ID number. And this is where I am now. I truly am sorry.
Okay, yeah, we are 54A, and that information should have been provided with your notice to appear. So did you have an attorney or did you request court-appointed counsel?
I requested for appointed counsel. I didn't have anybody reach out to me.
Okay, so it looks like, Mr. Jackson, this is not your first time failing to appear in court. And I think you used the excuse that you're not from the area anymore. That you used that already, and I think this is the second time. So no more excuses of I'm not from the area. You can't keep using that excuse. You have to figure out where you're supposed to be for court. Since this would be at least the second time that you've appeared before this same court on this matter.
I understand. I apologize.
Did he request court appointed? And did it say if he was denied? Okay, we'll have someone check into your request for court appointed counsel in just a moment. Mr. Naybu, you're on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Logan Charles Naybu, file number 22-00693 ST counsel appearance.
Chris Martin for the people.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Logan Nehru, who is present and standing to my right.
Mr. Naybu, was you able to post your bond? You're in the process. Okay, well, my understanding is there's been an offer extended. Did you talk to him about that already?
Yeah, it was an older offer in being traffic, yeah.
Did you want to accept the offer? Okay. When you gonna pay?
I can pay it today.
Okay.
Living in jail.
You said what?
I can pay it today.
Okay, I'm gonna quash the bench warrant. Your fine is $125. Make sure you come to court. You had Magistrate Milmore put exclamation points in the register of actions and she don't use exclamation points. We don't want to babysit you. Okay, thank you.
What's the code section for PD traffic? 160.
Uh, 676.
They'll take you to the window she can pay today. The bench warrant's quashed. She can be removed from the. I just quashed the one.
I appreciate it, Judge. Thank you.
Mr. Bigelow will escort you to pay and then down to LPD.
Jackson. Yeah, he's assigned, he's requesting court appointment.
Oh,
yeah, and he he hasn't, we don't have a response either way if he was accepted or denied. We don't have a-
But what's the first name?
We have Malik Jackson.
Malik, oh, okay, he was denied.
Okay, Mr. Jackson, you were denied court appointed counsel. He's not indigent. Is that what it
Yes.
was? Because you make too much money. Are you employed, sir?
Yes, I am. I'm actually currently at work.
Yeah, they say you make too much money, you're not indigent. So you're not eligible for court appointed counsel. So you can hire an attorney.
No, I don't have any money for an attorney. That's why I applied for public defender.
I don't know. When did you fill out your application for public defender, sir?
The day that I had my arraignment.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it sounds like your financial status would not have changed much since the time you filled that out. I was asking because it looks like this case is from 2019.
Correct. I did just move into a new house
Okay.
2 weeks ago, and I don't have money for an attorney.
You can contact our office too.
Private attorney.
Appeal process or refile.
Okay, you should contact the public defender's office and see if you can go through the appeal process there, or if any of your financial information has changed because of your new address. They need to have that so they can re-review your application. Okay.
Okay.
So what I'll note here is that you're going to appeal the denial of public defense, and then you're going to get in contact with them immediately.
Correct.
And then I'll reset this for another pretrial date. You'll have the same Zoom ID that you used today. If you don't remember what it is, you can go on our website because they're all posted on our website, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And then we'll get you the new date for your new pretrial.
Okay. I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Would there happen to be any possible way? So I work Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Do you guys do court hearings after 2 p.m.?
I mean, I typically don't grant these kinds of requests because this is not, like Burger King where you get to choose how you want it. But I'm gonna help you out because I want you to be at work. And so we'll see if we can set you at 2:30.
That would be perfectly fine. Thank you.
September 13th at 2:30.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Okay, and so we'll see you via Zoom. Then you'll reach out to the public defender's office immediately to get that denial appealed and provide them any updated information that they need so that we'll know what the status is before the 13th, okay?
Thank you very much. I will give them a call as soon as I'm done with this.
Very good. Any other questions, sir?
No, well, I do not.
Okay, you're all set then. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Kiana Ray. Kiana Ray?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Did you need to speak with her?
I do, I need to speak with her.
Okay, Ms. Ray, I'm gonna put you in a meeting room with your attorney, okay?
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Okay, we're on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Kiana Ray. File numbers are 22-01916 and 1917. Council appearance.
Chris Mark for the people.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant Kiana Ray, who is appearing separately by name.
Okay, and Ms. Ray, today's the date that was set for a pretrial in both matters. How are we proceeding on these, Council?
Your Honor, at this time, I don't have discovery, and I've just learned from Mr. Martin that the prosecutor's office haven't received a report yet either. So we'd be requesting a 2-week adjournment.
Yeah, this has been a reoccurring situation with these.
The animal control cases.
Yeah. September 20th, at what time?
10:30.
At 10:30. Ma'am, we're gonna reset these for September 20th at 10:30, okay?
Okay.
Do you have any questions today?
No, ma'am.
Okay, any additional matters for the record, Council?
None from the people.
None for defense, thank you.
Okay, you're all set, Ms. Ray.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, he's out. I don't know who we call him. I don't know where he is.
What's this? Oh, no one else is in.